Hey, this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw
steps away. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And Walker has it. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Jackson will throw again. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker down to kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Calhoun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Calhoun. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
But you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. But give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Calhoun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
No, we changed it. Hey, report.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to.
They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 13. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. On 3rd and 2, Calhoun looking left side. Andrews with it complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 7-7, our score after 1. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw. Calhoun. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to throw. Calhoun. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with Hall. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets have moved out in front. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back.
He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 88 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, 75 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Jets 21, Ravens 14. Chase McLaughlin set the kickoff.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. He's got room past the 30. Down the sideline he goes. How about this? And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
No, we changed it.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Operating from the gun, Calhoun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Calhoun. And this one is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Set at the line for this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And, boy, here's a sight you don't want to see. Ken Walker injured on that last play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Jackson on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He'll get this out to his running back, Pirine.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
A first carry for Samaje Pirine. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Tucker with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Throwing to start the drive. Calhoun. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game. That time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll have a Jets first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Give to Hall running right. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On first down, right back to Hall. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Off play action. Calhoun. And that is incomplete. Well, the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Calhoun. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. Now Jackson out to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Calhoun. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Calhoun.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year as his guys have now moved out in front.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. On the counter, it's Hall. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. sees that the ball is moved to the middle, and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
We changed it.
Here's Jackson to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's the option play now to the left. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Boy, you know, some plays you can just sort of tell they're not going to work from the start, and that was one of them right there.
Yeah, I mean, he had every option taken away, and so all that was left for him to do was to try and keep it himself, but even he knew that he had nowhere to go.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to make it a 2-score game. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, 4th quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem phased one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Now Jackson on first down. He'll drop it off to Pirine, complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
No, we changed it.
Here's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Here's Pirine. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
We changed it.
Now it's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
And partner, the tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Now Pirine. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play,
you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. So nothing doing there, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Play action. It's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
Room here to run.
And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Calhoun. He finds his man, complete. That's Andrews.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And he'll go right back to Andrews.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall.
His 2nd TD in the game and 18th of the year.
And the Jets have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a...
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game.
Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He finds his man complete. It's Andrews. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? He's got a man, complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now Jackson.
He's going to let it go again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Jackson to throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by DJ Reed.
And the Jetsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jets,
the victory gets them back to 500, 8-8 on the year.
time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records, yeah. Used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. The built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry.
No biggie, honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These no ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad. Stop it, cause it ain't no eck in it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. Ain't biting my tongue. I can't be no goofy, no victim to none of my enemies. Like honestly, be sending me talk from a sip that we when I get to me. My check don't discriminate. Still take deposits if you talking Vietnamese. I just be having my way. Only come out with a pay till I say. Urge you wanna be. Don't got a whip and rag on no petty. Flip like talk with that on your hip. You ain't gon' rip it up. Pop it. Empty the like show me a benefit. Let me dumb it down. Benjamin. Money's we not equivalent. Really bad. Looking so innocent. Bossy predicament. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These no ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad. Stop it, cause it ain't no eck in it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark.